just resonated with me. Because there was too many people. There was too many, and this young woman here too. The purpose. When you said, stop fighting for black people just because you want to fetishize us.
Yeah.
Stop fighting for black people because you met a black girl in college. In the club, on Instagram. Fight for black folks because we deserve to live, because our lives matter, because black and brown babies deserve to go home safely to their families. Everyone deserves to go home.
Everybody.
They deserve to thrive.
We shouldn't be afraid of
We shouldn't have to jump every time we hear a noise like that.
Yeah, exactly.
So we came out and I asked, do I need to have my riot gear on? Do I need my goggles? Do I need my knee pads?
Yeah.
Do I need a gas mask?
Word.
Are the police going to advance on us like we are in war? And let's be very clear. In the United States, there is a literal war on black lives.
Amen.
That is not a poetic simile. I mean, quite literally, there is state-sanctioned violence, a war against black people in this country. And by association, there is a war on black people globally. Because you understand that under racial capitalism, none of this shit would exist without us. And we need to build solidarity movements. When you see me, you see Karis, you see Taz, you see Carmen. I know in the depths of my soul, Justice League, I have met all Justice League. I know that's my family. I know they're gonna show up.
Justice League.
I got my coworker out here. I'm not gonna point at you, I'm not gonna embarrass you. But I got people that I organize with, not just because it's the work that we do, but it's the work that we live. It's a movement that we believe in. It is a collective liberation. And you need to really understand, amplify, support, protect, and love black women, black marginalized genders, because you come from us. On stolen indigenous land, built up by enslaved Africans, you owe us the world.
Fuck Christopher Columbus.
Black Lives Matter is not a controversial statement. It is the bare minimum. Black lives, you are sacred. Black lives, you are beautiful. Black lives, you are divine. And I promise you that we are going to be all right.
I want to bring up, you've been hearing from this young man this whole time. He's been emceeing, co-emceeing. But what people don't realize is that this young man started organizing at the age of 14. He came to this work because, again, it's personal. His brother had been wrongfully incarcerated at Rikers. And they were asking for a $250,000 bail. And so when I met him, I remember going to him and saying, hey, I would love for you to join our work, join our movement. He kind of shaded me at first. It's okay. You know, some young people don't realize when some of us elders say, hey, you need to join the movement. They're like, yeah, no, just swerve her real quick. But you know, what's beautiful about our relationship is that he's now leading me. And he's been with us for the past 6 years. He turned 19 about a month ago. And he's been organizing in the streets. He's been organizing with people all over the country. He's been going to Wauwatosa. He's been going to Kentucky. He's been going to California. And so what I want to say to you is that those of you who say, I want to get involved in the movement, I don't know how, this is the person you should talk to. When you say, I don't know what to do, I'm tired of tweeting, I'm tired of crying, I'm tired of showing up, it's too cold, we got room for you.
Yeah.
If you say, you know, I want y'all to come talk to my corporate partners, we're there. Because everybody should be talking about Dwayne. Everybody should be talking about Dante. Everybody should be talking about Adam. Everybody should be talking about Sean. Everybody, Kamani Gray.
Oscar Grant.
Oscar Grant.
I knew him
Delron
personally in the
Small.
Battle of Oak.
Everybody should be showing up here right now for a 13-year-old little boy. The media
Eric
should be
Garner.
starving.
Eric Garner. Eric Garner.
One mic. Thank you, I appreciate y'all. But the media should be paying attention. And they're not. People should be paying attention, and they're not. But you see, Dr. King didn't move mountains with millions. He moved mountains with the few that were committed. And so I want to let you know that regardless your age, you could be 13, you could be 17, you could be 45, you could be 55, you could be 75. There's a lane for you in this movement. We need you. So I'm going to pass the mic. But listen to young people. Follow young people. This dude reminds me all the time, he navigates in both spaces of black and Latino, because he's Afro-Latino.
That's right.
And so, give it up for Luis Hernandez.
You got the same name as me, homie. You got the same name as me.
Love.
You got the same name as me.
When I'm thinking about systems, and earlier when I spoke, I talked about dismantling systems, it's because I know these systems are interconnected. When I think about Rikers Island, and I think about the videos of my brother being beat bloody inside Rikers Island, I'm thinking about Adam Toledo, who was murdered in an alleyway. These systems are the same ones that are murdering our siblings, left and right. My brother's story made national headlines because there was a juxtaposition. He was named and dubbed on the Daily News.
It's okay.
He was named and dubbed on the Daily News as the next Khalif Browder. I couldn't imagine seeing my brother in a casket.
Right.
I couldn't allow him to be the next Khalif Browder.
Yeah.
We can't allow our siblings to continue to be taken left and right. And so think about your loved ones who are incarcerated right now. We feel the trauma. We feel the hurt.
Yeah.
I'm thinking about the young woman right now at Albany State Correctional. My sister Carriage brought to our attention about a week ago the fact that there were black women being sexually assaulted,
Oh shit.
beat,
Oh shit.
dragged out of their cells,
That's crazy, homie.
and no one's talking about it. These are our experiences.
Where are they?
Albany State Correctional Facility,
Yo, they should get back.
in the capital of New York, not too far from where we are right now. And so how are we holding our elected officials accountable? I called and I pleaded when it was me in that predicament, when it was my brother hurting. And there was no responses. Who responded was Carmen. Who responded was the Justice League. Who responded was a coalition of over 40 organizers who hit the ground running until my brother was free. That's the work that we do. That's the solidarity that we need to see. Fresh off the Women's March, after organizing over 5 million people across the world, and she showed up to the Boogie Down Bronx to make sure that my brother was able to get out of Rikers. People don't recognize the way in which we show up, the strategy that goes behind it. And that's why I love this space. I love my movement family because it's my chosen family. It's the people who I choose to organize with. And Carmen reminds us every day with her sports analysis, former basketball player, that there's a lane for everyone. We need to pass the basketball to one another. One day I need to show up, the next you need to show up. We can't allow ourselves to exhaust one another because oppression doesn't get tired. A police force that has $7 billion doesn't get tired. A police department that has digi-dogs running around Brooklyn projects doesn't get tired. $75,000 in our taxpayer dollars, but I went to school with a busted textbook. But I have to depend on my own family, on my relationships to get the resources that I needed to attend school. That's the reality that we exist in. And these systems are interconnected. I'm thinking about the many names. I'm thinking about my sister Victoria, that I don't know whether or not she's in the crowd today, but every time I see Victoria, it's like seeing my own family. Victoria lost her brother Delron Smalls and has shown up every day. Every time we call, Victoria's there. Every time we hit the streets, Victoria's there. Whether or not it's about her, whether or not she gets the mic. And that's how we show up for one another. It dawns on me that our people are quite frankly being hunted. And I don't say that lightly, and I hope that you all don't take that lightly. I could leave here and be that next person. Any one of us could leave here and be that next person. Whether it's finding ourselves behind four walls, incarcerated, experiencing that brutality, or our family finding us dead at a hospital because police decided to shoot and kill us. Because gun violence has ran rampant in our communities. Our communities have been under-resourced. And so I close just thinking about and saying the names of all those who've been murdered due to police brutality. I am 13-year-old Adam Toledo. I am 20-year-old Dante Ray. Those could have been my brothers. Murdered because a police officer decided to be judge, jury, and executioner. Because they decided to choose violence. Because she fucking forgot what was the difference between a taser and a gun. That's the narrative that they paint in the media. An accident? An accident. How do you accidentally pick up a gun? How do you accidentally shoot your gun? How do you accidentally not respond after you've done that? This ain't no mistake. This ain't no mistake. This is what they're hired to do. I spoke about the fact that police officers are being trained to kill. I want you to listen to that. Police officers are being trained to kill. Put that into context. Kim Potter, a 26-year veteran on the Brooklyn Center Police Department, was out on the field, because we all know an officer that's been in the department for over 26 years has no business roaming the streets. Out on the field, training 2 other police officers. And she shot and killed Dante Ray. What's that message tell you? Police officers are being trained to kill. They're killing our people in every part of this country. I'm thinking about the sisters of Sean Monterosa. Little to no one knows their story. They don't get the organizers, they don't get the protests, they don't get the responses that they need. And we need to show up. We need to be in solidarity, not just with the Monterosas, but with all those being killed and murdered across the country. Because Sean Monterosa is I, and I am Sean Monterosa. I'm thinking about him and how he had just texted his sisters asking them to sign a petition for George Floyd. And not even 45 minutes later, they get a call that he was shot and killed by the police. Because they thought he was looting. Because they thought he was looting. Because property value and the price on property has a bigger price than the lives of black and brown people in this country. That's our reality. And so I want to bring up Reverend Kaji Dusu, who's going to roll out the names of those who've been killed due to police brutality and police violence because they're on a hunt, because they're after us. And so as you see these in faint letters, you likely won't be able to read them, but the extent to which this paper could roll out tells the story alone.
Say their names.
Thank you so much, my brother. And so what we're going to do here is we're going to not necessarily try to read these names, because as I tried to compile this list for this vigil, I couldn't find all the names. And I don't want to dishonor anybody by not naming them. And so we will call through our hearts. And I believe in a God who knows their names. And what I would hope is that as my brother Quadri brings this along to the crowd, that you will pick up the scroll and pull it back to the very back, and you're gonna see how long it goes. This is a small font, y'all.
Wow.
And we promise
Yeah.
that we will say their names. We will remember their names. These are people who were killed by the police whose names are recorded. And it's never enough just to remember.
Yeah.
Put your hands on the list. Put your hands on these names. Put your hands on here, because the strength that we pull from the ancestors who are on this list will give us what we need to ensure this never happens again. And may I get from anyone who agrees an amen and an ashe. Amen.
For everyone that's asking in my live, I cannot text you while I'm live. Appreciate y'all.
Thank you, everyone. We're going to roll up the scroll. And let us hope that we never have to add another name.
Excuse me.
We're not just going to hope, we're going to act.
I was gonna try to get over the top of it for you, so while they rolled it back up, I was gonna go down it so y'all could see the names, but maybe at some point I'll be able to speak to them and we'll be able to put something together like that. I don't know. But we're down here with the New York Justice League. They're currently having I guess a vigil. I'm not sure what you want to call it, but they're currently having a vigil, right? Good. Thank you. I was correct. For I'm gonna say for everybody, but specifically, we just had a young man that was murdered in Chicago. For everybody that don't know, by a police officer. They give all types of different reasons, but at the end of the day, when somebody has their hands up, there is no reason to shoot them. There is no reason to kill them. There is no reason to assault them. So that's currently what is basically going on. As always, I just come down here and I take the video footage. I just want to let y'all know what people are doing, how there's people out here that care. There's people out here that's trying to make things positive happen. So that's why I'm out here. I would have been out here early. I just missed it. I didn't know. I was working and I didn't check. I checked IG. I saw they was out here. I pulled up.
Lives that we have lost in 2020. It is growing on over 20 lives, and many that I unfortunately do not know. And I just want to take this time to.
This is not Black Lives Matter. This is not Black Lives Matter.
Black protest that happens every Thursday, every Friday, and sometimes Saturdays. Come out and support, and that is how you show up. Show up for the lives that are not yours, and you do not share the same stories as, but you make sure that they care, and you make sure that you care, and you make sure that they matter. Thank you.
The reason why I'm saying this is not Black Lives Matter, because I know a lot of people are going to ask where the $90 million at. This is a different entity. This is a different organization.
I know there's, folks recording. Just circle up.
Oh, circle.
Circle up, folks. Circle up. We got love for Oscar Grant. Yes, we do. You know, we've been organizing in these streets for about 8 years. And before we were organizing in these streets, other people were organizing before we were organizing. Right? So we want to pay respect to those who came before us. And so this chant is an Asada chant. And so again, you can and I know because of COVID, I want, you know, people to socially distance as possible. But I want you to repeat after me. Y'all ready? It is our duty to fight for our freedom.
It is our duty to fight for our freedom.
It is our duty to win.
It is our duty to win.
We must love and protect one another.
We must love and protect one another.
We have nothing to lose but our chains.
We have nothing to lose but our chains.
Right. You can say it a little louder, right? It is our duty to fight for our freedom.
It's our duty to fight for our freedom.
It is our duty to win.
It's our duty to win.
We must love and protect one another.
We must love and protect one another.
We have nothing to lose but our chains.
We have nothing to lose but our chains.
Now, again, this is about socially distancing. So I'm going to ask the black women to get at the center. And I'm asking you all to take a good look at these women and to take a good look at the women that you come in contact, especially black women. Because we must love and protect them. All right, y'all. Let's be respectful. I know y'all love Oscar Grant. We know that. Right now, at this moment, we want to just respectfully define. All right.
I haven't drank that much.
All right, folks.
Come on, y'all.
Remember,
Solidarity.
when you're at work, remember when you're in school, remember when you're walking the streets. We must love and protect our black women.
That's a fact.
And so this is to you. It is our duty to fight for our freedom.
It's our duty to fight for our freedom.
It is our duty to win.
It is our duty to win.
We must love and protect our black women.
We must love and protect our black women.
We have nothing to lose but our chains.
We have nothing to lose but our chains.
Thank you, everybody. Go in peace.
So basically, a real life troll. This shit is retarded. This is retarded. Anyway, I'm gonna let them go about their business. Y'all already know when we show up to these things, I don't really like getting in nobody's way. I don't like stepping on nobody's feet. This is not Black Lives Matter. This is the New York Justice League. They out here every day, for real, for real. If you follow them on IG, they usually post. Well, they always post. I just don't always see it because I work all day. I'm actually had to stop. I dropped everything I was doing to pull up out here when I saw that they was out here. This is the New York Justice League. We fuck with them. Like, they really be out here doing that thing. So, I got to get back to work. But these are good people. These are good people, for real, for real.
Got their eyes shot out.
These are good people, for real, for real. I pulled up to quite a few different rallies with them. This is what we do over here. That's why I keep trying to tell people, other people ain't, this is what we do over here. These are good people. If y'all see them on IG, add them, pull up to their events. We fuck with them. But I do gotta go. I haven't even finished putting the show together. And I don't really have any questions. So I gotta get out of here. I just wanted to let y'all know what was going on. I'm late. Tonight's show might be late tonight because I was out here doing this. And that's a good thing, not for nothing. That's a good thing. That's not a bad thing. Look, this is the way it is. This is just my opinion, and I could be 100% wrong about this. But this is the way it is. I am not one of those people that think all police is bad. It's just not me. But at the end of the day, if we don't move in the manner in which we're trying to get, if we don't move in a manner, if we move in a manner like all police ain't bad, we're not gonna be able to get the bad police. That's the fucked up thing, the way the whole system is set up. So we have to move in the manner where the police is guilty before they're innocent. Just like when we walk down the block, we're often treated like we're guilty before we're innocent. Are there a lot of individuals out here that ain't up to no good, that ain't up to any good? Obviously that they are. People are human. Anyway, I wanted to show that to y'all. I wish I would have pulled up earlier. I know the speakers that came on prior to those were also great. I know they did a great job. Maybe we'll pull up to a couple of more events that they're involved in. I don't know. It's not even possible for all cops to be bad. That's like saying all niggas is drug dealers. That's retarded. That don't even work. That don't even work. That's retarded. Get me? So that's the type of energy we gotta move with in order to be able to get the police officers that's out here doing the bullshit. We have to treat them all like they fucked up. And not for nothing, that's the same exact mindset that the police force have when they deal with black people. The mindset that they have when they deal with black people is the only way to get the bad guys is if we treat them all like they're bad. The fucked up thing is the only way for us to get the bad police officers if we treat all the police officers like they bad. But there's not all the police officers ain't bad, man. Let's see. We're at a turning point in America. We're at a turning point in America. And this turning point in America is basically telling me that there are going to start being more police that's going to go and take the stand against their fellow brothers in blue that do shit like Derek Chauvin did. There's going to be more of that. Expect, he looked there like Speedy. I'm not even going to lie, dude looked like Speedy. Expect more of that. Speedy, the basketball player from Rucker. Expect more than that. I saw him at West 4th the other day. Expect more of that. That's all I'm saying. Expect more of, for everybody that don't know, in the Derek Chauvin case, police officers took the stand against Derek Chauvin. Expect more of that to happen. That's all I'm saying. Expect more of that. Expect more of that, all right? So we trying to get every single time one of us get killed, every single time one of us get shot unnecessarily, we want everybody that do the crime to go to jail, whether you're a civilian or whether you're a police officer. Everybody should be held to the same standard. That's what I'm asking for. I don't know what anybody else is asking for. I can't speak for anybody else. But whoever is out here murdering anybody, they need to be held to the same standards. That's it, that's all. Anyway, we gotta get out of here. I love y'all. Be safe out there. For real, for real. They probably wanted me, I don't know. Nobody wanted me to do anything. But I'm pretty sure I could have stayed and got a couple of interviews. But we got a show to do tonight. And I don't think I came in time to speak with everybody. And so we out. And my battery is like dumb low. It's on 11%. So we wasn't gonna make it anyway because I didn't know to be here. I didn't know to be here, so my battery is like on 11% right now. We wasn't gonna make it. Anyway, so I love y'all. Everybody enjoy y'all day. Stay safe. And remember, be open-minded, but don't be stupid. I'm out.